Hello YouTube, this is Forza Potenza and welcome to a new video where in the background, there's going to be footage of Forza Motorsport 4. This is me building the intro car, or doing the paintwork for the intro car at least. You've probably just seen the intro and it is a little bit different to this, with how I did the car in this, but that's because I sort of noticed something needed tweaking. So this video today, it's going to be more of a sort of talking sort of thing. It might be me rambling on for 20 minutes. You might just want to watch the thing or put it on mute. Or if this isn't the video for you, yeah, just hear me out. Just say what I'm going to be covering in this video. But in this video, I'll be covering the intro, outro, thumbnail sort of thing. So like about this channel changing really. Sort of look more professional and sort of do this, that, and the other. I'll be covering that in the start of this video. And then the second part is going to be talking about new series / ideas I have that may be developed into something, and sort of like what I'm looking at doing in the future. Make the best videos for the viewers, well, for you, the viewers, the loyal fans, the people who just clicked onto it by mistake. Yeah, I'll be going on about what I plan to do. For sort of you lot, really, and thank you all the people who helped me happen. If you've got any suggestions, please leave them down in the comment section. And then finally, I want to talk about my schedule, not the sort of videos. I think it's important that I just sort of tell you where I am as far as having a schedule. Right, sorry about the pauses, by the way. The first thing is sort of about the changes that I'm making to this channel. You might be able to tell the first of which you've probably noticed is the intro. I needed a proper intro. That was a big thing for me. It was absolutely huge. 'Cause I had a really good intro before, but it's 20 seconds long, and 20 seconds is too long. I mean, if you're gonna sit down and watch a few videos in a row, you're only waiting 20 seconds to get into it, and then some videos it's a further 7 seconds of introducing it with a title, with just some 2-second editing. That's not me anymore. That is not me at all anymore. Once at the intro, and then I'll get straight into it, bam, straight into it. And I think having that intro, it sort of helps, like it being a bit shorter rather than being long-winded and this, that, the other. It's just, right, you know what, it's a quick intro, it's a quick bit of drifting, it's a quick look at my logo, bam, straight into the video. And the 4-second thing, it wasn't working at all. For me, it just looks a bit awful. It's different effects for different videos, it didn't really fit. Also, the fact that I was using a square image on that stretched out, well, on this 720p sort of editing thing, it meant you just had the bits either side of it that just weren't any sort of thing to do with my colour scheme on YouTube or anything. It wasn't like blue, or white, red, it was just nothing. It was just there because I couldn't be bothered to put the thing into a box, and that's not really the best way to be going about things. It didn't look that nice to me. The outro, I put the outro in because I made the intro music a good couple of years ago. I've used that intro music for so long. I really liked it. I wanted to put that back into a video. Very simple. I started it by just having the logo there, and then I thought, right, you know what? I was going to do that for the second time I had the outro music, because that's sort of my theme. That's sort of what when I've been doing YouTube, that is the one thing I sort of have kept constant. It's since I made that. I have no clue when I made it. Probably a record of it on my laptop when it got onto my laptop. But yeah. Well, it's sort of since I made it, it's sort of been the one thing that stayed constant, and I love it. And I wanted to bring it back, and I'd do anything to bring it back, and that was sort of the case. It was, I'll do anything to keep this, just make something else. Yeah, pretty much that was it. The thumbnail thing, it's just this thing of, as much as I'm happy with the audience I've got for now, I'm sort of still trying to expand this channel, and to sort of expand it, it needs to look more professional, and it was sort of the professional image of it. That was why that happened. It was like sort of add to the image of it, really. And then we get some more people looking, like when I started watching videos on YouTube, it was like a couple of years in. Like, it wasn't straight away, it was a couple of years in. And I started watching very selective things, mostly football manager stuff, then just games I was addicted to, and watching the odd screen. Like, I know it was the odd screenshot thing, and that used to really, like, it's sort of my hobbies, like, things I used to collect, I used to watch mostly. Yeah. But now it's sort of everybody wants to see the custom thumbnail. Like, I used to be really angry with custom thumbnails when they first came out. I thought, hey, that's not in the video. You're using a picture of something that isn't a screenshot from the video. That used to really bug me. Now you need to have that to look professional, and that's the only reason I have it. It looks professional. It looks better than just having a picture, and I can't control what pictures, like what bit is there. And if sometimes I get three that I don't like any of them, or want an action shot that's not too revealing, and the sort of the three you get to choose from are neither of those things. So it's worth setting up, really. It's worth making a nice template and just getting a screenshot, which I can take quite easily in high quality, getting that put onto it. I think I'm getting better at it. I've got some good screenshots from the last one, considering I was just finding what I could from the recording, because I didn't stop to make my own ones. Could that be too simple, wouldn't it? Oh, I'm such a muppet at times. Anyway, so the second thing, it's the new series and prospects of what I might and what I'm thinking of definitely doing. So the first thing I want to start off is the handling challenge. I want to bring that back. It was a thing that sort of started sort of the rebirth of this channel, if you will. But it's sort of like how I started it was that with like super modified stuff, and it was fully upgraded. The reason I stopped doing that is I ran out of credits to fully upgrade 3 cars every week. That was the only reason it stopped. I want to bring it back though, because that was fun to do. That was a lot of fun. It gave me something. Like when I was starting to get bored of Forza, it gave me something to do. The fact that I was going to take these cars around the handling circuit, or like design my own little circuit on this and do this, that, the other. That's what kept me going for a while, and it's kept me going again. Very simply put. So yeah, it's something I want to get back into. So I'm going to have 3 versions of it, because I want to use the alternate layouts. I might only have 2 in the end. First one is keep what I've got so far, and sort of continue on from that. It's something I really want to do, and it's something I enjoy doing. If it's something I enjoy doing on YouTube, it's going to stay. Simple as. Right, then there's a specified thing, I'm going to call it. And when I say a specified one, it's sort of, I'll build a car to a certain class, so rather than a car being like right at the start of R3 class and being absolutely useless for R3 racing, I'll sort of build them to sort of the top of a certain class. So instead of like a lot of R3 like 704 rating, like PI, I'd rather have an S-Class 700. I think that would be a lot better, and it just means I can use them for racing if I want to. And then almost, if I want to, I can do, and then I can do stuff like 5-minute builds for it, or like 3-minute builds, as it's probably easier on Forza, because, well, yeah, I can finish with 2 minutes left, and I don't know how to tune. So, yeah, it just allowed me to do that, and I sort of want to. And then there's sort of a standard one I was thinking of doing. This is sort of grey area where I don't. Oh, it's like grey area. I just mean I'm not sure if I want to do it or not. It's sort of, would it be interesting to you, like just having a bog standard car? Like, yeah, I'd have front wheel drive cars, rear wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. It doesn't matter. Yeah, like I'd just have anything just that I can afford. I don't even need to be able to afford it really. That's the beauty of it. Like before, I have to buy the cars so I can grade them all the way. And in the end, it ends with affinity level cars, because that's just easier with cars that have got level 4 affinity and beyond. Yeah, that's no, never mind. I was going to say something, but that's it. So yeah, that's just that. It would make it a lot easier to do that series and to have it carrying on. But with that final one, please tell me if you want to see that. Like, if you want to see just standard cars, and then we'll have the leaderboard and everything, then I might even change. If I do a standard car one, it might not even be that. It might be hot lapping. But I'm thinking about something of those lines. Okay, second thing, Unsung Hero or Zero. This was something I'd done in sort of the start of this channel. So when I sort of started it, like a couple of years ago, when I was running under the other name, before everything changed massively. It was a series I'd done where I just played games that sort of unknown. Well, not so much unknown, but it's all ones you didn't hear a lot about, and it was sort of like different stuff. Like I don't think there was any indie games on there, but it was sort of stuff that I'd never really seen before. Not many, you didn't really hear many people talk about. It was all stuff like that, and yeah, I sort of thought that'd be a good thing to sort of do. When I want to bring it back, I've got a couple of ideas. Like it might be second-hand pickups, a lot of it for me. I've got a couple of games that I found that sort of hidden gems, and excuse me, they might be played quite a bit. very simple. The idea behind that. Okay, third and final one. I've sort of got a very clear idea about what I want to do. Sports days. This is going to be called. Oh, I might think of a better name. I want to do like sports that aren't just like I don't want to do games that aren't just like sport related. That aren't like FIFA and Forza. Pretty much. That's the whole concept behind it. I thought if I do a series called Sports Days, it'll be mostly when I'm doing like 2 or 3 videos a week. Sort of something to do. It's sort of like. And it doesn't matter if it's like second. It doesn't matter if it's older games. It doesn't matter if it's not the newest game of a certain sport. But it allows me to do like a one-off and game, like games to like snooker and darts, cricket, tennis. It allows me to do like all the one-off stuff like that. Maybe even a bit of Connect Sports. But then you'd see what a rubbish physical condition I happen to be in. Seriously, no, I'm not too bad. But I'm not exactly sort of an athlete, or I'm very much sort of I'd rather spend time in an office, like sort of an office like desk setup and having fun on my laptop rather than anything else. That's my hobby, being a YouTuber and not necessarily like every single type of sport ever. pretty much, just put it that way. Yeah, so we all stuff like Ash's Cricket, maybe the Codemasters game, the only cricket game they ever done was that series. It might be stuff like Top Spin 3, it might be stuff on the Kinect, maybe. Like I might even dig out this winter sports game that I had. I might do all sorts really, just like golf, anything really, just see what I can do. Final thing I sort of really want to talk about is, there's something for this. So I've just missed out something because I've got a list here and I missed out 2 things on that list. Like the series I'm doing at the moment will be carrying on. With the FIFA series, a lot of them won't be carrying on though. With that, so the ones that won't be carrying on are the Super League. If I get the time, I might, but I don't really know. I'm hard into that. Yeah, but the Birmingham City one as well. I should have just done it as a 1 video thing. I sort of tried to ruin that. Ruin that idea for myself by trying to do it as however long it was going to be, and that sort of put me off that whole idea of it. Right, so that won't be returning. Super League probably won't be even. The one done with Roma. Yeah, I just don't feel up to it. It's one of those series that I need to get into, and the other one was I can't remember. I did have to. Well, what is it called now? That downhill dash series I was doing on Garage Mod. I'd done 1 episode. The frame rate was absolutely terrible. It was alright on my side. I was getting up 20-25 frames per second, but it was terrible on the recording software. That will not be coming back. I can't bother to work with that frame rate. It wouldn't look that professional. It wouldn't look that good, and it would become a bit of an eyesore. And naturally, it's like, I love Garage Mod, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it can be a bit of an eyesore in certain cars, and they're very hard to drive. It's not even something too arcadey. If I want to do challenges on that, I will. Yeah, challenges are remaining the same throughout. So Forza Horizon 2 I'll still do challenges on. Forza 4 I'll still do challenges on. I've got a few ideas for things I can do. Yeah, so that is as far as that goes for talking about so the second part of this video. Right, so now we come on to the final part. This is sort of an important one for me. It's my schedule, really. Like, I don't really have a regular schedule, you know that. Like originally I did try and start off with one. It was always every Friday night. Problem is, if I was doing it every Friday night, I'd either have to narrate as soon as I come in, about 3 o'clock on a Friday, as soon as I get home. Not a nice time to record. Well, it is. It's just, I'd be a bit rushed and the video quality wouldn't necessarily be that great. Right. Then I said Saturday, because I don't have to record on Thursday nights when I'm absolutely exhausted or rushing on Fridays. And then I can do it on Fridays if I want to. I don't have to rush. It'd be a lot of fun. And, well, basically with that, I didn't want to be productive on a Friday. I just wanted to get in, watch a few different bits and pieces on the telly. I didn't really want to necessarily be stuck trying to record stuff. I just wanted to relax, do my own thing, have a bit of a late night, find something funny on telly to watch, sitcoms or something like that. And that's how I like to roll. That is how I like to roll in general. Right. So then I sort of said, well, any night on the weekend, like, because I did, like, it was pretty much between Friday evening or like Friday sort of like about 4:30, 5 onwards to about Sunday about 7 or 8. There will be at least one video. I'll try to keep to that. There may be 2 videos. Like, I will do double upload weekends. I've started doing them quite a bit recently, because a lot of it. If I do a double upload, a lot of the time now it's on Friday night. I won't necessarily do that. I might do something like one video on a Friday, one video on a Saturday. It just makes it a bit easier. Hang on, part of it's like I'm sort of catching up, like, because I will have the odd week, a couple of weeks off here and there, like, where either I just don't feel like recording or don't feel like editing, and that's just the way it can be for me at times. Like, yeah, I don't necessarily want to sort of force myself to a schedule, because when I force it's like if you've got a hobby, say like your main hobby is playing tennis. I mean, fine, tennis is a fantastic sport. You might find it a fantastic sport to play. It's nice and relaxing. It's therapeutic, out to relieve stress and all that. But you don't necessarily, but you wouldn't enjoy it so much if you're forced into it. Like, if it was like just doing it for fun, it's like, yeah, I'm going to play tennis. This is going to be a brilliant afternoon out, or a brilliant couple of hours. It's something I enjoy doing. If somebody sort of forces you into it, like forces you into a schedule with your hobbies, then it becomes less fun. For me, YouTube is that hobby, and so if I force myself into it, I'm not going to enjoy it as much, and either the videos will be worse, or they won't be as lively on my part, or I'll stop enjoying them and simply just stop, because I don't want to sort of keep to a strict timetable for a hobby. So I'm trying to do 2 videos a week now. It may well reduce to 1 video a week at times. It may well go up to 3 or 4 videos a week. It depends what I'm in the mood to record, what I'm in the mood to sort of edit, and sort of what I want to do. And that's what YouTube is for me. It stops being a hobby if I start forcing myself into this, that and the other. If I do it as what I want to do, which is what a hobby should be. It's what you want to, when you want to. It's like the things that really get you sort of relaxed and sort of excited and having a good time. And it stops being a good time for me if I was to force myself into a schedule. And if it's a job, fair enough. But for me, it probably won't ever go that far. I understand that. I've got other things. As much as I love doing YouTube videos, I don't want it to be a job. I just want it to be a little extra thing, and I might have it as a schedule, like extra thing, and it sort of is to a degree. But yeah, and also there's certain times when my timetable is a bit stricter. Like if I've got things like being sort of at the point I am now, there are certain things I have to prepare for weeks in advance. So for a few weeks, there may be barely anything. There might be just the odd thing here and there, and there'll be like short outtake videos, which, by the way, are being a big thing now. Potentially making a series out of them, like just random outtake videos from anything I've played, sort of like a highlights / outtakes reel. Yeah, it's sort of like there'll be times like when I'm too busy, like with other things to make videos, and then there'll be other times when I don't have to worry about anything else. When I haven't got a worry in the world, when I can just relax, do whatever I want to do. There'll be a lot of videos. I'm going to say this now. When I'm in a real mood to make videos, you will be getting 2 a week, possibly even 3. I'm trying to bring it up to 2 a week in a more general thing, because at the moment I sort of feel like doing 2 a week. I sort of get that I'm sort of enthusiastic enough to do 2 a week. But then again, sometimes I get busy. Sometimes if like I haven't got much time, I will reduce down to 1 a week. I will reduce down to barely anything. And then I'll pick it back up, and I'll sort of like maybe make up that time, like sometimes like now when I'm doing 2 weeks. I know that in for 2 or 3 weeks there will be maybe 1 a week for a bit, or maybe something less fun or exciting, and then as soon as whatever I'm preparing for is over, I can get back onto that schedule, and I think that sort of suits me. Like I sort of allow myself to be a bit flexible with it, because at the end of the day, like I say, it's a hobby, and it's sort of the way, like, you don't want your hobby sort of ruin, like you wouldn't want a hobby that sort of like gets in the way of things. And if it was to get in the way, I think I'd really have to stop it just for a bit, think about whether it's really a hobby or whatever. I'm trying to put it just derails, by the way. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's just a hobby at the moment. Like, YouTube probably will only get as far as a hobby. There's so many things I want to do in terms of, well, different stuff. And there's so much stuff I'm sort of working towards, so there will be like dry patches. So, like, I'm alright now. There might be a bit of a drought of videos, I guess you could call it, for a couple of weeks, like one a week, maybe none, depending on what I'm doing, sort of how things are going and whatever. Since I'm sort of over that sort of period that I sort of can't make as many videos, back up, one a week, two a week, maybe more, as many as I feel like making. And it's like if I stop feeling like making them for a bit, I will just take a couple of weeks off to get my ideas, get my inspiration, get back into the rhythm of it, and that'll be it. So that's pretty much it, what I wanted to talk about. I'm trying to think, is there anything else? I don't think there is. But yeah. So the timetable the schedule will work for now. It's a very rough schedule, but that's what I need. I need something that sort of gets me doing something, but doesn't get me doing something just like it doesn't get me doing it just for the sake of it. It gets me doing something so I can make high quality content for you people who want to watch. And that's how I like to work. So I think I'm coming up to the end of this video now. I will leave you with shots of this finished car. And then I promise you, there will be a second video this week. It'll be a more fun, lively video. Because really this has been a bit more of me blabbering on. If you were listening to me blabbering on, you were looking at the fantastic car, pretty much. I'll say fantastic, it's something I've made. It's a bit simple but effective, and that's what I like doing. Anyway, thank you for watching this. Sorry it hasn't been the most enthusiastic, laughable video you've ever seen, but there'll be something either interesting, or ridiculous, or daft, or funny, or something a bit more intriguing, I think is the word. Like something a bit more like edgy and funny and whatever. There'll be something like that tomorrow. Okay, thank you for watching this video. This has been Forza Potenza. I will see you in the next video. Bye.